morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How are you? I hope everyone had a good weekend. My weekend was good. It was relaxing. I networked a bit, but that's another story for another day. Or should I say for another podcast? Anyway, how are you guys? It is Motivational Monday, and I hope everybody is doing good and had a great weekend. I am going to jump right into it. This is the Brave Stars podcast. I am your host, Janice LaStar Simmons, and I am a survivor, a breaker of chains, and an advocate against domestic violence. And while we're speaking on that, I'm going to leave you guys the domestic violence hotline number, which is 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. Or 1-800-799-7233, okay? Pass it on to someone who needs it. You could possibly call for them, but you have to have them nearby. Anyway, I'm reaching you guys about my journey where I am breaking the generational curse in my family. It's beginning with me, of high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. Now, I have not been diagnosed with sugar diabetes, but I was told I'm borderline. And they did try to force me to take medication, which I declined respectfully. And if I didn't have it, I didn't want to have to take extra medications because I'm not a medication kind of girl. I am more into holistics, like eating the proper foods to get healthy. So I do, however, take, I don't even want to claim it like my high blood pressure. I take high blood pressure medications to help in lowering my pressure. But I also eat healthy to lower that pressure. It's just an ongoing battle with my blood pressure. It goes up and down for some reason. Anyway, I've decided that I'm going to no longer eat chicken or meats, period, because I stopped red meat. Yes, I did. It was hard. I love my meats, but I stopped red meat. I'm stopping chicken this week. This is a week, new motivations, new mercies, and new decisions to be made on your life. I want to live. So yes, I am no longer eating chicken now. I'm only going to be a seafood, like shellfish, fish, mushrooms. That's not fish or anything like that, but it's healthy. And they have some of the mushrooms that can substitute some meats, like the lion's mane. That's one of those that can substitute chicken. Did you know that? Oh, you got to look into them oyster mushrooms. Look it up, Google it, and they'll tell you the whole list of different types of oyster mushrooms that you can eat and use to substitute meat. They have one that's a pink oyster mushroom. It substitutes bacon. It does not taste just like bacon, but if you haven't eaten bacon for a while and then you try that, your taste buds will be fooled, and it's healthy. It's very healthy, Our bodies can digest it, break it down in no time. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, it's Motivational Monday, and let's start with our affirmation of meditation, okay? I give myself permission to eat organic foods. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits and vegetables and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organic. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organic fruits and vegetables. It is my divine right to eat healthier foods like fruits, vegetables, and protein. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. Say it. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruit, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. Believe it. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. Be it. No, it is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I give myself permission to eat organics. It is my divine right to eat healthier fruits, vegetables, and proteins. I want you guys to say this to yourself repeatedly throughout the day and every day for the week, okay? And think about buying organics. I know it's a bit more expensive, but it's way healthier. Or start buying you some seeds. Plant your own fruits and vegetables, and they'll be organic, because you're not going to spray all the sprays that they spray on these things, you know. Now, when you do get organic fruits and vegetables, you need to soak them before you eat them, you know. Strawberries, blueberries, whatever you're buying, soak it. Soak it in a pot of water with vinegar. You want to put vinegar in it, white vinegar, and you want to sprinkle some baking powder in it. And let it sit for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Then rinse it thoroughly. This will kill the bugs and bring them up, if there are any bugs inside your fruits and vegetables, you know, and bring them up to float. Dump that water, rinse them again, then you can eat them, okay? So, anyway, I was mentioning to you the previous podcast. I mentioned to you, I was trying to tell you the 5 different foods that help, that you should have in your house that help in lowering your blood pressure. And I left out ginger. Again, it's bananas, it's pomegranate, it's ginger, it's dark chocolate, and it's beetroot. That's the 5, okay? So those things you should keep. I want to say all 5 of them, but keep at least one of them in your house. Me, I always have bananas and ginger. And pomegranates, I don't always find those. But beetroot, yeah, I get that. And the dark chocolate, that doesn't stay, because even my daughter nibbles on that. But we're chocolate lovers. But the chocolate, when you get the dark chocolate, it should have at least 70% of cocoa. But they have dark chocolates that have more than 70%. So get those. The one with the most cocoa, you know, percentage of cocoa is the best. But anyway, those are the 5. Bananas, beetroot, pomegranate, dark chocolate with at least 70% of cocoa, and ginger, okay? Anyway, y'all know I love talking to y'all. How many of you guys was able to increase your walking, your steps? I know you was doing it. Do your 5,000, but I wanted you to do at least 6,000 last week. All throughout the week, every day of the week. Do at least 6,000. I made it up today. I told you, after the flu, I was like, when I had the flu, I didn't walk. I could barely make it to the bathroom. But, and my muscles were so achy. But anyway, God got me through that. Your girl is back. She back. Anyway, get them 6,000 steps in. I want to increase it to 6,500. I really want to make it 7,000, but I'm going to be lenient. I'm going to increase it to 6,500 for this week, okay? But if you could do 7,000, my newbies, those are the ones that I'm trying to get you up to 7,000. But I got some people that are my champions. They do everything that I asked them to do. And they be inboxing me and emailing me and telling me, yeah, I did this many. I did 6,000. I did, So you champions, 7,000 for you, okay? I'm going to do the 7,000 also. 7,000 steps a day this week. We could do it. We got it. Come on now. Y'all got this. Anywho, it's Motivational Monday, and I know y'all missed me. I know y'all missed me because I missed y'all, But anyway, I just love talking to y'all. But so, how many of you guys have been able to get your water intake in, drinking half of your body weight in water? Is anybody struggling with that? If you are, you can always inbox me or reply to the YouTube video and tell me if you're struggling or not. And I can give you guys some tips on how to get that water in. In case you're new here and this is your first time listening, what you do is you are supposed to drink at least half of your body weight in water on the daily basis. Now, some of you guys who work on the road, cement layers, truck drivers, y'all too, you may be on the road and don't want to drink that much water throughout the day because, you got to stop and go to the bathroom and you got a job to do. What I can say for you is you do want to get that water in. You need to stay hydrated. It's good for your skin, your face, your body, period. It helps with bumps. If you have bumps on your back, it helps with all of that because it's cleansing. Water is a cleanser, even not just for your body when you're using it on the outside, for the inside. It cleanses your skin. It cleanses. Your cells are made of 80% water. So you want to keep replenishing your blood cells, your body cells. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep that water percentage in the cells replenished. And you do that by drinking water. Half of your body weight in water. So if you weigh 150 pounds, half of your body weight in water would be 75 fluid ounces of water on the daily basis, okay? So you want to get that in. What you would do is, if you're an early riser, as soon as you get up in the morning, you drink 16 ounces of water. Some people take their medications in the morning time. Take your medication with a 16-ounce bottle of water, okay? If you don't drink bottled water and you make your water, drink 16 ounces, because I got a lot of people who was telling me, oh, I don't drink water. They heard that the plastic is not good, that the water is, packaged in. It's not healthy to have that. You can buy Perrier waters. Those come in glass bottles. But you can also boil your water. And if you have a filter kind of pitcher, pour it in the filtered pitcher. So any kind of metals that might be in that water that you boiled can come right out. You got to worry about so many things nowadays. The pots and pans that you use. Some of them have I don't want to say ceramic, but if they have aluminum, they say aluminum foil. That's a problem. There's so many things you have to look up on it. This industry, they're killing us, but they don't care as long as they get their sales. look up what it is that you use. You should use glass over plastic, but you can use the water bottles. Just don't reuse them. Some of them have that thing in them to tell you if they're recyclable or not, and some of them aren't recyclable, but you're not supposed to keep using them again. I think it's the ones without the recyclable thing in them that can be used again. I'm going to look into that for you guys and give you the proper information next podcast, okay? Anyway, meanwhile, you can look it up for yourselves too. You can look it up. You don't have to wait on me. But I do want you guys to be your healthiest, best self, just like I'm trying to be my healthiest, best self. That's the goal, okay? I'm not a doctor. I have to get that out there. I didn't say that for the last few times. I need you to know that I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you don't take your medications. I'm not trying to tell anyone not to listen to their doctor. You are to listen to your doctor. I'm telling you what I'm doing is my journey, and I'm giving you shortcuts and searching for trying to find an easier way to get healthier, you know? So, you want to make sure you're drinking the proper amount of water. That helps with your energy levels too, water, you know? You want to take in fruits like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, cherries. You want to take those in. Those are good for your skin also. They're good for vitamins like vitamin A and D. Vitamin C would come from oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruits. Even there's some vitamin C and D in pineapples. You know, pineapples is like a cleanser also. It cleanses, you know, very good for women. So, eat your pineapples, honey. And you want to eat your vegetables. Green vegetables help build your immune system. So you can eat green vegetables and leafy green vegetables. Green vegetables, string beans, peas, broccoli, asparagus. Leafy green vegetables, cabbage, collard greens, tulip greens, mustard greens, lettuce, spinach, Brussels sprouts, and, you know, that kind of thing. So, a lot of vegetables are good. Beans are good too. Beans are a form of protein. So you want to eat those also. Like I said, I'm not doing chicken anymore as a protein. I'm going to just be doing fish. I just want to see how quickly I can drop, not just in weight, because I don't really have a weight issue. Right now, I weigh 161. I'm 5'3". That's not bad for my height, you know. I don't want to lose my sisterhood, you know what I mean, by getting too thin. But what I do want is for my blood pressure to go back down and stay down. Like, oh my gosh, when I did that before with just eating the fish and the seafood, you know, shellfish, my pressure was like a teenager's pressure. 112 over 68 and 72, you know, 112 over 72, 111 over 75. It was beautiful. I want that again, because this time when I go to the doctor, I want them to say, you know what, no more medication. And I think I'm probably going to have to go back to them twice for that. And if I go the second time and they don't take me off the medication and I'm still doing just seafood, you can't stop just taking your medication cold turkey. It can do something to your heart. You know, so you definitely don't want to just quit. You want to wean yourself off, start lowering your dosage. I have a low dosage anyway. My dosage is only 10 milligrams, but I don't want to take medications. I don't want to be on medications. I want my medications or my vitamins to come from my foods. And I'm really considering starting a garden, but I wanted to move to my home in Maryland first before I did that. So I might start here. I might start here in Connecticut. But there's only so much I can, you know, plant in Connecticut because this is a colder state. But I'm going to look into that some more as well. It's Motivational Monday. Yes, people. Get yourself some planted vegetables. This way you'll be eating organics. You can buy them. If you can buy them with no problem, buy them. I insist that you buy them, clean them before you eat them, let them soak. You know what I mean? When I say clean them, let them soak before eating them. Spinach, some of the baby spinach that's organic, they wash it prior to packaging it up. I still rinse mine. I don't like soggy, fresh spinach. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do so you can get the way you got to get. This is just my journey. I'm sharing it with you. However, if you should be doing any exercises or anything like that, and you should become like lightheaded or nauseous or something to that nature, I want you to stop immediately and contact your doctor, okay? If you become winded, feel like you can't breathe well from doing the walking exercises, stop immediately and contact your doctor, all right? I don't want anyone to get hurt from trying to add in some extra steps for the day. You're not going to do all of these steps at one time. You can if you know you're up to it, but you'll go way over the 7,000. I'm just trying to get people who aren't into walking around a lot. I'm trying to get those people to get their heart working, start walking more. Even if you're just walking back and forth in your house, do it more. Download one of them little apps called Steps or something. You should have some kind of app in your phone, or if you have a watch, one of those iWatches or a Samsung watch, download an app inside your phone for stepping, for walking, so it can count off the steps as you do them, and you don't have to try and keep a mental count of what you've done. You know what I mean? So that's just a little help. Again, those of you who are drivers, bus drivers, truck drivers, you guys, you want to drink your water. You want to start as early as possible with drinking your water, and you want to make sure that you can make it to a bathroom. You know your schedule better than anybody. If you could drink 1 or 2 bottles and hold that until you get to a near restroom or to a restroom, a stop for a bus person, trucks, y'all can stop wherever, restaurants, and do your thing, handle your business. Just monitor what you're doing, okay? But get that water in. That's not an excuse not to drink your water. And be certain to stop drinking your water at least 2 hours prior to your bedtime. This way you'll have 8 hours of sleep for the night. Some people do 7. 8 is best to remain healthy, okay? So I'm just trying to get you guys to do what you need to do, okay? So with that being said, get that water in, eat those vegetables, eat those fruits. If you can, get your mind prepared to stop eating meat. Start with one meat, pork. Stop eating that. Stop doing it for at least 30 days. See the difference. Pork is very high in sodium, okay? So if you stop eating that for at least 30 days and you feel an energy surge, or you don't feel like you take your pressure, everybody should be taking their pressure on their own. You should have some kind of monitor to take your pressure. I thought I brought mine downstairs, but I don't see it. I brought it back up. But some kind of pressure monitor. You should be doing that on a daily basis, checking your pressure, so you know what you're working with for the day. And there are also these little chews that you can buy. I bought mine from Amazon. My boss had told me about it. It's their Total Beets. It's 2 chews. You chew them per day, 2 per day, and they help in lowering your blood pressure also, So, I mean, these are just little things I'm throwing out there for you so that it'll help you in lowering your pressure for the day. But you have to, consistency is key with everything. Consistency. All right. So, again, it is Motivational Monday. You can please share the episode, forward it to a friend, share it on your website. You know, if you got Facebook, if you have Instagram, Threads, whatever you have, share it on your platform, okay? Like the episode and save it. If you download it, that helps me also with, not with winning a prize, but getting more recognition when you download, okay? So please also download the episode. This is the Brave Stars Podcast. I am your host, Janice LaStar Simmons, and I love talking to you guys. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you was able to watch the podcast today. You can see it on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Good Pods. All right? And once again, I just love talking to you guys. But I gotta go. Later, Gators.